This is an example of Nicki having a right to be upset, but taking that anger too far. Ironic her husband's last name is Petty because she inherited that name as a personality trait. In 2018, she said she would sue Daily Mail host Jesse Palmer for defamation when he brought up Petty's past. Just think Nicki Minaj isn't a good businesswoman. She has her own label, Heavy On It Records, and we never hear anything about it. No artists she represents have done really anything significant. How much money did she invest in that? How much money did she ask the parent label, UGM Records, to invest, because her label is an offshoot of that label, and maybe she owes them money for that. She also invested in Jay-Z's failed music streaming startup. She also had her own gaming app called The Empire, which was just a copy of the success of Kim Kardashian's app, but it was interesting because it was kind of ahead of the times. It was like an advanced version of TikTok because you could play by partly rapping into it and hearing other people's raps, so it would make raps like go viral. Never heard much about it. But here's an example of how bad I think she is with money. She one time posted that she was dealing with unauthorized credit card transactions of up to $30,000. There was speculation on what that was. It was her stylist stealing, or just she forgot how much money she authorized her stylist to spend, or just never put a cap limit and was surprised that the charges were unusually high. I mean, we don't really know much about that situation, but that just shows she doesn't have much literacy on finances. Why would she post about her card being compromised if it really was compromised? She would just be making herself more susceptible to hackers. Like, don't post about any of your personal financial information. The fact she feels so freely talking about something personal that puts her data at risk is just not wise. I just think overall Nicki Minaj, in addition to all the problems from her personal life, mainly her husband, is just not good with money and has invested a lot into failed ventures that never pulled through. But she can't pull back on her usual spending. She thinks she deserves as much success to match the amount of hate she gets. And she's getting more hate, so she thinks she deserves more. And she tries to go bigger and bigger and bigger with the tours, but it's just not coming to anything.